Hello and welcome, Taurus, to the month of April 2022. I do hope that this is a beautiful month. I'm sending you lots of positive energy your way. I already have all of your cards on the table ready to read here. Before we dive into that, however, I just want to thank all of you who've supported this channel with your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes, and an extra special show of gratitude to all of my people on Patreon. I feel so blessed to be able to do this work, and I appreciate any show of support you can give this channel. It all helps me continue to put out this content and do this incredible work, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I actually had my first Patreon members-only live stream last week. We had a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I'd love to see some more faces on that next time. So if that's something that interests you, definitely check out all my links down below. I do also have links for personal readings and Reiki sessions for those of you who are looking for some more individual guidance. Anyways, Taurus, we have a very interesting month ahead. We have 2 new moons, we have Pluto going retrograde, and we actually end off this month with an eclipse in your sign. So really big changes that are going to be taking place, especially towards the end of April and into May, when we are in your season. And whenever we are in the sign before our own, we are naturally in our 12th house. And I kind of think the month before our birthday, for those of you who are Taurus sun, or even if you're Taurus rising, we're really just in this period right now where there's a lot of light that is illuminating our 12th house, or illuminating kind of this reflective, spiritual, and very pensive part of our chart, actually. So there might be a lot of reflection that you're doing this month. The cards I have on the table here are actually very similar to the cards I pulled for Aries, which is interesting. So if you have some Aries placements, you may also want to check out that reading as well. The energy is a little bit different, however. I am getting some specific messages for you. The first card that we have is actually the 3 of Coins. This is showing up in reverse. And this feels like responsibilities that have kind of fallen on you, or things not working well, not working optimally. There could be a situation where people are supposed to be working together, but it's kind of falling on you, and you're picking up the slack in some way. I feel like there could be a situation where it's almost like you've put in so much of yourself that you have a hard time walking away from it, with the 8 of Cups in reverse. And it's almost like this endless cycle, this vicious loop. There's this focus on like, well, if I just keep trying, if I just keep going, maybe something will change. Or I'm almost there, I just need to put a little more in, or I need to try a little harder, and then I'll see the results. But I'm feeling like there's a little bit of burnout here for you with the Ace of Cups in reverse. I'm specifically feeling like there is a change that is happening for you in relationships, actually, which is kind of interesting. Really thinking about this energy more, I'm almost feeling like May, there could be something about a new relationship, or something about ending a relationship, and then there's a new person. I kind of feel like that might be an energy for some of you, so just kind of putting that on your radar. But I feel like you're coming into this month needing to take a break, or needing to refresh something. I am feeling with this Queen of Swords here too. This is sort of the challenge. I'm going to be honest with you, Taurus. I feel like some of you might be breaking up with someone, or you might be cutting ties with something. Maybe this is from the past. I'm getting that vibe for a lot of you. Or you're really reviewing a relationship. Because I look at the Queen of Swords specifically as a challenge, as having a hard time letting people go, or maybe there's someone who is being very cold with you. And being very to the point, being very pointed with this Queen of Swords. And I'm touching my throat a lot as I'm talking about this, so there might be something with you working with your throat chakra, needing to express your truth. That feels more dominant for this group. And I feel like some of you are actually coming more into your own happiness. Like you're finding happiness for yourself. You're committing to yourself first. And you're honoring your own boundaries. For the future, we do actually have the 9 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. And this is actually a beautiful combination to see because I'm getting 2 distinct threads that are actually interconnected with this pairing here. You are committing to your happiness, to your wellness here. There could be some money that's coming in. There could be something that is changing with your finances. You're feeling more relaxed, or you're committed to having a space for yourself. And in this commitment, in this 2 of Cups commitment, it's almost like when you're in the relationship with yourself, when you're aligned with yourself, the universe brings someone who is aligned to you. But it feels like there needs to be some cutting of fat in your life before you're really able to do that. And really needing to get rid of some things that are no longer working. And again, this is very similar to the Aries reading, but I was getting more of a friendship thing for them. For you, this feels much more about romance, or it feels much more about someone you have shared your life with in a very intimate way. Okay? Maybe there is a coworker situation. Maybe there is something with like a person you're working on a project with or something like that. But really, Taurus, I feel like there's a lot of things here about love, and it's like you're kind of weeding the garden. That feels really important. And I was thinking of like snake in the garden, and I'm noticing there is a snake with this Queen of Swords. So there may be someone in your life who is not great energy for you. Not anything against snakes. That's just the expression that kind of came to mind. And then I saw the snake in the card. Some of you really do need to be discerning with who you allow into your space as well. This is a very specific message, but I see this with the 9 of Pentacles. There's something about you needing to have a space that is for you. And really feeling at home in some way. That's something that's really, really important. And I feel like maybe some of you have even been so involved with someone else or so involved in other people's lives. It's like you've literally not had time for yourself. You may have even become a background character in someone else's life, right? But I'm feeling like now, Taurus, you're becoming the main character, so to speak, or you're really prioritizing your own happiness again. And I'm feeling like there is something about having space for yourself that's really, really important. And again, with this new moon eclipse that we have at the end of the month in your sign, this is a solar eclipse. It really feels like there's this big, big transformation you're going through. And Uranus has been in your sign for the past couple of years and will continue to stay there until 2026. And Uranus is really encouraging you to change things about yourself, whether that's the way you express yourself, the way you relate to yourself, the way you dress yourself, or the way you appear to other people. These are all things that could be going through a lot of changes. And I think for some of you, there really is going to be this thing where if there's anything you've been holding back, again, eclipses are really powerful moments of just like laying it all on the table. Whatever has been kind of beneath the surface is now coming up to be revealed. And I think for some of you, there's something about a relationship that hasn't made you happy. I even wonder if some of you may have been broken up with. I could actually see that with the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Swords in reverse. And maybe you're really guarded to love right now. Maybe you're really guarded to other people. And it's like you're part of you wants to have love. You want to have a relationship, but you don't feel like you can, or you don't feel like you can trust people again. Whether this is romance or any kind of relationship, there's something about not being able to open your heart, and you need to be able to express yourself more. And it feels like in the past, the reason relationships haven't worked is because you've needed to learn to create space for yourself, to take up space in your relationships. And now you're doing that. again, like very similar messages to Aries, and maybe this is just something happening with the collective. I feel like there's also this connection with going home or traveling to a place you've been to before. I'm getting that for some reason with this Eight of Cups. This is coming up again. And kind of makes some sense with this energy in Pluto. Or I'm sorry, Pluto in Capricorn, to be more specific. Pluto is going retrograde at the end of this month, right around this eclipse. And Capricorn represents your ninth house, which represents travel, especially foreign travel or travel abroad or long distance travel. It could also be something about education. It feels like you're going back someplace. Maybe you're going back to school, or maybe you're traveling back somewhere. That's a very specific energy and message I'm getting for some of you, Taurus. And I know Venus is also in the sign of Pisces for a lot of this month. And Venus is your ruling planet. This also represents friendships, hopes and dreams, social networks. I'm feeling like for some of you, there's almost like a friend who becomes a relationship, actually. And there's like seeds of that are being planted now. And it feels like a very different kind of relationship because there's actually something supportive. And some of you might not have even been drawn to a relationship like this before because you would have felt like it wasn't exciting enough. But I feel like whatever sort of situation has happened for you in the past, whatever hasn't worked out, it feels like there's now something different. I actually could see a Virgo energy with the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Coins. Could also be Virgo, Libra cusp. We do actually have a Libra full moon this month as well. But it feels like there could be a friendship that blossoms into something more, and it kind of needs to happen that way because I feel like you're very guarded, or you're still establishing a relationship to your true authentic self, or figuring out what that even means, actually. So let's see. Let me pull some more cards for you. I want to pull an animal card. I might pull a couple more tarot cards too. But I was very drawn to this animal deck. We have the owl. Interesting that the owl is also in this Nine of Pentacles. Owl does often represent abundance. It does represent seeing opportunities or finding wealth in situations or in places that others may not see or be able to detect. Because owl has these beautiful senses, these piercing eyes. And I think of owl as the Queen of Swords as well. So that's very interesting. Seeing things that other people don't see. And like, again, you know who you can trust and who you can't trust. And I almost feel like there's someone you can trust, and that's the thing that's actually freaking you out more, Taurus. Unicorn. You have a lot of magic. I have to say this month too. And again, makes perfect sense. We are in Aries season for most of April. This is your 12th house, naturally. And so there is this focus on your third eye, on paying attention to your dreams, seeing things very clearly. The Queen of Swords actually represents the watery part of the suit of swords, the air element. So the mind and the emotions, intuition and logic, these are things that are coming together, or these are things that are trying to come together. You're trying to weave them together here. Let me pull some more cards for you, Taurus. The Empress, beautiful. This is your energy. This is Venus energy. And this feels very much about self-love and self-healing. Some of you do need to connect to your roots again. Nine of Swords in reverse. Coming out of a nightmare. Your own mind could be your enemy this month. And you might be making yourself anxious. You might be worried a lot. I'm kind of getting this thing with like tunnel vision, and these animal cards here are really telling you to open your vision, to open your mind, to pierce through the veil of illusion with the third eye, to see things very discerningly. And there's something about nightmares or bad vibes. I'm getting that actually, and it's like some of you need to figure out how to discern what is a trauma or a wound that is being activated, what's an insecurity that's being activated, or fear, and your intuition. So dissecting fear from intuition is something that's also very important, and something that's actually going to be very powerful this month, especially with Neptune and Jupiter coming together in the sign of Pisces. Some of you are picking up on like a negative energy or a negative vibe, maybe in people around you, but you're not quite sure, is this me, is this them? I actually think it's both, but there's something about your intuition or being afraid of something this month, where it's like you kind of need to process some fear or resolve some emotions here. Then you'll have more clarity. And I really feel like you're coming into just beautiful, beautiful energy, especially in May, Taurus. There's a lot of beautiful beginnings here for you. And I don't even want to say beginnings. It's like the fruition of things that you've been manifesting. Something is paying off. Or you're really just in this magnetic energy. And it's like you're attracting all these things that you want, but you need to learn to trust intuition and also dissect intuition from fear. What else do we have? Queen of Cups. Again, very, very intuitive energy. I think this is just coming out as confirmation. I'm feeling specifically for you as well. There's something about Taurus season and then something about Cancer season. So the end of July to, the end of June to the end of July. There is something that is shifting for you here. Both of these months feel very significant for me. And it feels like there's love, there's money, that these are powerful times for you. Nine of Wands. There is something that you may need to push a little further through. And I know at the beginning of this reading, it was like, some of you have been trying to make something work. You've been trying to beat a dead horse. This isn't the same thing with the Nine of Wands. This feels more like something for yourself. The thing that you might have been stuck in is a relationship, I'm getting, or like relationships that haven't been working for you. But there's other areas of your life where it's like you're getting this message, keep going, keep trusting this. Something is about to change. There's a completion of a cycle here. You have 2 nines for the future. 7 of Swords. Again, okay, I'm actually going to clarify this together. This is what's feeling right. 9 of Wands with the 7 of Swords. If there is someone coming back from the past who betrayed you or who really hurt you in some way, be very discerning. Be very, very discerning with this person. I feel like there is new love coming in, and it's almost like this person just energetically feels there is something new about to begin for you, and they're getting insecure, and they're coming back into your life, and they want to kind of be friends with you and take some of that energy for themselves. This is very subconscious, right? But it feels like there's someone you know that you just can't trust, and you need to have firm boundaries with that person or just not communicate with them. 3 of Cups. So this could be a friendship situation. This could also be an open relationship, or perhaps someone who had an affair. That there could be some sort of energy, someone who cheated or did you wrong in some way. But you have the Magician at the bottom of the deck again. Like, there is something about manifestations. Something is really coming to fruition for you again. And it really does feel like there is someone who is coming back from the past. This could be a friend, this could be a lover. I'm kind of wondering if there was something about an affair or an open relationship potentially. But it feels like you need to be very discerning. And I think this is something you need to cut out because there is new energy. You need to clear out your garden so new things can bloom. And those are all the messages I'm getting for you right now, Taurus. I hope that this was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Again, all of my links are in the description box down below. If you'd like to check out one of the other videos for your moon, rising, or other placement in your chart, you are welcome to do that as well. And I will see you all in the next month. Take care.